interstate that was built in the 50s or early 60s, that the bridged over areas were decided uh, um, by a racist decision.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you know that, you know you're living in a city that was built on racism. And that is something that people would think that's the last thing you need to tell somebody about Baton Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can build from there and improve, you can make sense. Now, the reason I tell about that is because that was a legal decision. It wasn't illegal, but to make um, racism legal is crazy.
Yeah.
But it was made illegal in a free country. So I would want them to know that that interstate was bridged over areas in Baton Rouge that were predominantly areas where predominantly it was where Black people lived. And those areas that they bridged over were thriving areas. And over time, they continued to decline. And now they call them crime areas, poor areas, rundown areas. And people think that's normal and that that's just the way people are there. And I would want them to know that there was not an awareness or a concern, even though it was legal, to bridge over those areas. And what matters to me about that is the federal government. Um, the state had to say why those areas were bridged over, and the answer was they're undesirable areas. So it's just crazy things. And from there, then I can tell them that those were entrepreneurs that lived there. And many people that you know in Baton Rouge that are affluent and thriving, that are African American, came from those areas when they were thriving. And it says a lot about the resilience of Black people in Baton Rouge. A lot of people don't know that the Montgomery bus boycott was started after Dr. Martin Luther King came to Baton Rouge to learn from those who led probably the first boycott in the country.